Oh, because Melissa, yeah.
Oh, did she come?
She's got a sick kid and parents that aren't leaving and yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
all over the place.
That's why I
So,
wanted to. I was hoping everyone would be okay with recording
yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot. So
So she'll watch the recap.
that's what I
That's
figured.
what she texted.
That's what I figured. So welcome to our small group for foundations. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yes, I'm nervous facilitating, but we're all
That's good.
friendly, so it's all good.
Yeah,
And it's in God's hands, anyways, right?
That's
yeah.
right.
So, even though slides had a certain order, the slides are there for my accountability, not to miss anything. I'm not going to like go through the presentation or anything. There are a couple things that they recommend to the leaders that we do cover. So I will make sure before we finish that we cover them. But let's go ahead and do introductions so that we can let Roxy go back to paint and making beautiful art in her workshop.
Okay.
Yeah, so just give us
All right.
your name, kind of art you do, what drew you to the course, and maybe, something, that you are trying to either get past or a hope that you have for the course.
Oh, okay. My name is, you hear the airplanes out here? I'm
No,
outside.
your phone,
No.
your phone's doing a great job filtering.
Oh, good. Good deal. Okay. Roxy Hardegree. I live in Lubbock, Texas. Um, let's see. I do wet cyanotype printing
Cool.
with botanicals, mainly botanicals. Few other odd things like feathers or whatever. But let's see. So what was the other
Oh,
questions?
what drew you to the foundations course, and what's one hope or fear you're hoping to address?
So what drew me was hearing some testimonies of people that took the course like back this early spring or whatever. And I don't know. I have trouble just actually, I went through the CTT stuff way back. And since this is a little more condensed, it's like this is the way to do it. So I need the condensed version with some accountability. And I think this will be an awesome group. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so feel free when you have to depart to go back to class, you
Mhm.
have your pass, you may go.
Yeah. Yeah. I better go. I'm the workshop chairman of this workshop.
Oh,
It's a,
minor detail.
yeah, it's a 4-day watercolor workshop. We have a national teacher here from Michigan.
Oh,
Who
wow.
is it?
So,
Who?
Kathleen Clemens.
Mm.
Outstanding.
And you know what she's teaching?
What?
She's teaching a lot of mixed media stuff. Like we're doing, random inking on tissue paper, and we're using gesso and matte medium to do textures, and it's pretty cool. We're on day 3.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
So yeah.
Sounds
So it's,
sounds like you're getting inspired and juiced up with some new ideas. So that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well,
Good to see you,
enjoy.
Roxy.
I'll have to watch the replay.
Watch the replay, and then we'll see you next week and see what you think as we get started. So,
Sounds good.
all right.
All
Okay.
right.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Who would like to go next?
I can go next
Okay. You're
because I'll
next.
need to jump off probably at about 10:45.
We have about half an hour. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm Nancy Lalaberty, and I'm a Thriver sister. I live in Wausau, Wisconsin. I work primarily in acrylic, painting landscapes and florals. Um, and then I also do a lot of sketchbook journaling, travel sketching and journaling with ink and watercolor. And I teach a lot of classes on ink and watercolor and sketchbook work and daily sketching, that kind of thing. And then I also teach a class at our local art center called Art for the Ageless, and that's I really make it process based as much as possible. And it's just a 2-hour class for anybody, and we do something different every week, which satisfies my squirrel curiosity. And so then I can try things that I find interesting but wouldn't do as part of my regular studio practice, if that
That's
makes
cool.
sense, or for the marketplace, so to speak.
Yep.
Very cool.
So, and I met Robin. So we were way back in the day. We join CTT about the same time, 2020?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And that was when they had the small groups where you could sign up online and that kind of thing. And so we were in a couple of groups. One day I was sitting outside and I had a God nudge saying, reach out to her. She'd be a good friend. And I did. And she is. So
We're still talking.
I know it 5 years later. It's so crazy. We've not met in person, but I don't think it matters because I feel like we have.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
So
But
what drew you to the course, and what was a hope or a fear that you have associated with why you're here?
Okay, so I am actually signed up for the video course as well, and I've gotten started a little bit of it, but I know that this kind of stuff, and Matt has talked about it a lot recently, about renewing the mind is a daily thing, and just it's not like a once and done thing. And I see that also with, I follow a lot of Christian artists and musicians online, and I see how the enemy tries to attack them, even the ones that are really what I perceive as successful and that kind of thing. So I know that this is a daily thing, like daily prayer and all of that. So and my follow, like Roxy, I struggle with, like, I get excited, start new things, and then so it's the shiny squirrel thing. So, and then it falls by the wayside because of other more pressing things. So for me too, accountability, because I know this would do me really well to do this. And initially I thought, oh, do I have time for this group? Because time scarcity thinking with time is one of my things that I'm hoping to work through with this.
Gotcha.
And also accountability. I do so much better with having accountability, outside accountability. So, and I mean, as artists and working for ourselves, we have to give ourselves credit for as disciplined as we are, because we are disciplined. And so I'm learning to give myself grace in that I am doing the best that I can. And I did the hamster wheel thing with work years ago and intentionally made changes and some God blessings too to get off that hamster wheel. So I remind myself, nope, you're not doing the hamster wheel.
That's a good,
So,
it's nice having a visualization to kind of hang it on. It's like, nope, not stepping back on that thing. That's cool.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So a hope would be just to get through this, make progress, have a finish line.
It actually accomplished it. I love it.
Yeah.
That goes through things when it gets to my turn. I love it.
Yeah. And then my fear, keeping up,
Okay.
Yep.
That's
fair. And that's that scarcity thinking about time.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Yeah.
And we can dive into that.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The time scarcity, which I think is like a little underlying anxiety too.
Yeah. For all of us, I think. Cool.
Oh, no, I'm the opposite with scarcity. I think I have endless time. That's my problem.
Well,
and then I have to go, wait, I have to eat. I have to have
skills to help one another then.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, I wish I had a little more scarcity time.
That's hilarious.
Because I'm
Oh
like,
gosh.
yeah,
Okay,
that's funny.
Christine, your turn.
Go.
Based on that,
Based on that, so I'm Christine Raymond, and my primary medium is oil. And I am what's called a plein air painter, which means I paint in the open air all over the place. Hence the unlimited time issue, because I got to drive from that location to that location, and I've got to hike in, and that takes time. And oh wait, the sun moves. So yeah, time is pretty funny. Um, there's some quote, and I don't know who said it. I was trying to find it, but it says, "Time is meaningless in the face of creativity," and that is my life quote.
I gotta write that down.
I think I need to write that down. Yeah. I know. What is it? There's always plenty of time to do the things you love.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I can't remember. What was that again, Christine?
Time is meaningless in the face of creativity.
I love it.
They think people got that out of Einstein because he has all the time relativity theories out there, but he did not quote it. So, not sure where it came from. But it is so true. Yesterday I was plein air painting, and we're painting away, and my watch battery died, thank God, because I had to be back here to teach. So
I
my
set
watch
false
buzzed
alarm.
me that my battery was dying, and I looked and I went, "Oh crap." I forgot to set an alarm. All the colors were so beautiful. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it's gorgeous right now around
It's so gorgeous right now.
Yeah.
So what drew me to the course? I actually also signed up for the video course. I'm totally with you, Nancy, in that renewing the mind is a daily thing. Satan has a special out for the creatives, I feel.
Yeah.
I've seen it because I mentor creatives. Yeah, it's just so having I just feel like the verse, build your house on the rock so that it doesn't sink. I paraphrased it horribly. But you got the visual. That to me is so true for me when it comes to creativity. When it comes to art and business practice. I definitely approached art with a business mind, like God is over here, art is here. That was my original approach, and I'm still trying to break it, and I've been trying to break it for years. When Matt's book first came out, Unlocking the Heart of the Artist, that's when the Lord started speaking to me, and that was like 2009. And the Lord started speaking to me about, hey, I want to partner with you. And I'm like, what does that even look like? And it's been a sitting with God, journaling, renewing my mind, that I'm where I am now, but I'm still not where I want to. I easily forget him, sadly. If let's open that vulnerability door. I easily forget him when I'm painting, because it's a gift he's given me, and I get that. And I love him wholeheartedly, and I praise him and thank him. And I saw the most beautiful sunset on Monday, and I was just like, God, you're amazing. So there's definitely an acknowledgement, but it's like I really want to partner more with him. That's my hope, is to really get a much more solid foundation, so that it's the first thing I think of versus, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fear finishing this.
For all of us, it sounds like.
Yeah, I started it, and then can I tell on you, Robin? I'm the one that kind of, like, when you dropped that you were thinking about doing this, I was like, yes, please, even if I'm your only person, because I need accountability to finish this thing, because I'm not doing a good job. So that's definitely fear. Yeah, I think I hit I've got your slides up. I think I hit everything. Did I hit everything?
Well, and some of what I put in the slides is just good to journal about too. And I stole some of it straight out of his leader guide, right? But it seemed useful. And when you're baselining a new group, some of those ground rules, which when you all have left because you had other things to do, I will go ahead and on the video read them out for everybody. But now it's my turn to introduce myself. And then Melissa, we will make like a 5-minute chunk of time to start out for her to do her introduction next time for us. So
What is Melissa's last name?
Yerk.
Why?
It's Jurk, but Jurk, but it's pronounced Yerk.
Yeah.
What nationality is that? That's cool.
It sounds like Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I think it's Swedish.
Okay.
I forget.
Melissa, you have to set us straight.
It's her husband's name, so I hope she knows.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So, Robin Ryan, it's so funny. I could share my screen and show you. I also bought the video course and made it through about week 4.
I think you're further than me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and so one of the questions I was going to ask everybody is if I have access to the videos, I was allowed to share them as part of the group, to do it as the group. But it sounds like most everybody has them. And I do believe that the book is pretty much transcribed everything that he said in the video. So you're not missing content.
Yeah.
It's just you're missing Matt's eloquent way of articulating it and encouraging and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the book on order.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're going to have more, I think it's going to be more positive and constructive activity for us in this kind of interchange, quite honestly. So
I like underlining the book and stuff too. Like you can't underline Matt in the video.
No, and it's like, oh, I'll never go back and watch it again. And that was such a great pearl, right? So
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And then you can mark, sticky notes on the side of ones that, okay, this is a good one for me to use to invite God in and just renew my mind. And because sometimes logging in to the videos, although I have that Kajabi app, so those are quick, but there's something to be said about pausing.
It's a nice reinforcement tool. It's something, if you have it, as we go through this, it might be nice just to hit it home or something, but I won't waste our time with the videos. But from an introduction perspective, yeah, I'm a mixed media artist.
Woo!
Christine's so organized and beautiful presentation.
No. This is survival, honey. This is survival for my show.
If you turned your computer, we would see reality. But
yeah, it's over there.
But it's interesting. I was drawn to the course just because of Matt's materials and mentoring has just been so on point and uplifting, and I've grown so much already as a result. It seemed foolish not to take advantage. I had watched this course go by like 3 or 4 or 5 years that I had actually came into my consciousness, and I kept thinking, oh no, it's in the modules. But I'm like, Roxy, it's like concentrated, focused. And I had also been through a freedom group process with my church, which was wonderful and life-changing, but it was sort of one-dimensional. So like Christine said, the integration aspect of it, and I love how Matt's stuff applies across the board, and that as an identity, with our identity as a kingdom artist, how we can, it's not just here in the studio. It's not just having to have the end products. It's about life and how we live life and how we share life. And so that's why I wanted to do it. I obviously I started in the spring and I got to 4 and I stalled out. So I have an accountability and a finishing issue, just like the rest of everybody here, which is, yay, we have common theme and common support goal. And I think my hope is combined with the fear is I have these blocks on valuing my creativity for creativity's sake with him, that it's from him and the with him aspect of it, and that just the idea of doing the projects. I went through week 4 and I did not produce one of the projects. So I have a very, the enemy really got me there, and my bad habits got me there. Or a lie of thinking, oh, I've got it up here. I don't need to do that. And it's like, no, you need to stop and you need to play and you need to actually create with God. And so I'm really hoping for a breakthrough in that
Yeah,
from the course. So,
Yeah.
I get that.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
kind of combined, right? Hope and fear, right? Because I kind of based on the lie that's there, I'm afraid I'm going to stay there and not resolve it. And so
Yeah.
that's what I have there from introductions. This is going to be a fun group.
It is.
I think I hope the slides are useful. They help me get my brain around it in preparing. The purpose came straight out of his guide, and that is just that, yes, this is consistent with what Matt does, but it's like all together, very focused. So that's really in key issues. And Christine, you hit it. How we know and yet we don't apply daily. You
Yeah.
know, and so I think that practical application and building those habits,
Yeah.
I think would be awesome if we could do that. So I'm hoping the commitment, and I jotted a prayer down for closing, that I could probably just go ahead and do now since I think the schedule's going to work for everybody. I'm assuming taking breaks on holiday weeks and things is good, and you like that spread out.
Yeah.
We
There's
have,
one week I might be in the grandma zone.
well,
Um,
I don't think it's the fact that you all are willing to let me record them so that you can, look back at a more convenient time,
yeah.
you
But
know?
it still might work,
Okay.
just depending on when, like what baby Nico is doing at that time.
Sure, sure, sure. I think it's whether we do it, from week to week, whether we do it daily as Matt has laid it out, or I think as long as we cover that ground between sessions to the best of our ability. And sometimes I'm sure life's going to happen and maybe we get behind, but I just think it's going to be worth the investment in ourselves
Yeah.
to actually let it rise up in priority and actually pay attention to it. So that would be my encouragement and my prayer for everybody is just to let your artistic creativity and your artistic calling with God all kind of come up in the priority levels during this period, right? Because it's so
Love
easy
that.
to let the world and life say, oh, that can wait. But this is a very special opportunity, it seems like, with a special group of ladies brought together to support one another. So let's take advantage of it. It's really for ourselves and for each other, because I think it'll really help. So
Yeah,
let's
that's where I'm excited about the accountability because if I know I have to show up with a project or two, I'll make it a little bit more of a priority. Unfortunately, I'll make it more of a priority to please you guys. Then, let's be honest,
it creates
but
a habit.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm looking forward to is it will create a habit. So it may not be self-motivated at first, but because I tried, but that accountability of, hey, I've got, I'm meeting with the ladies. And I like the breaks because ultimately there's probably going to be time in there to catch up if
Yeah.
need be.
And I think if we can get to the finish line together,
Yeah.
the fact that, oh, you know what, I really didn't address that week 2 project quite yet, but I did do the journaling and it's not about performance.
Yeah.
It's about heart change and about our transformation in our on our journey with him. And this isn't going to fix it forever. This is just equipping us, I think. I
Yeah.
think that's something we've already realized is that, oh, none of this stuff is fix and done. This is trying to ingrain new processes, new habits, new outlooks to help us manage because that resistance is real.
Yeah.
Just from the world as well as from the enemy. So,
Christine, when you were talking before, all of a sudden I had this visual about thinking of this process in our group as a banquet with the Lord and with each other. And
Yeah.
so while we're like the time sitting down to read through this and do the activities, like a banquet with the Lord, like an art banquet. So,
Yeah.
and to me, that feels and seems much more special and appealing than just
Class.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
like
hold
that.
on to that
Yeah.
visual.
Because I mean, we've got the holidays coming up, and Thanksgiving's gonna. I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year, and my
Ooh.
cousin and sister are coming up with their families, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of prep already going on to have a lovely time with my family.
Yep.
So yeah, like, and that's kind of that's that I love that because that's the prep of this is we're coming together as a banquet. So let's go ahead and do our meal prep and our
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, sit down and actually take time to make that pie and that everybody's going to enjoy and I'm going to enjoy. And 'cause that
Okay,
was
you're
the first thing I
convicting me
asked
to go to the
everybody.
store and make chili now for my small group tonight.
Okay. And I just thought of this at our last session. Let's make it celebratory with, like, I don't know, mocktails or something like that.
What? Well, and on the schedule, I actually went ahead and scheduled all the Wednesdays all the way through January, even though that's one extra, even though technically we don't need it, but that easily we could do exactly that. I think that would
Yeah.
that would be a lot of fun. How
Yeah.
awesome. How
Nice.
awesome. Do you guys have any questions? These are they're scoped to run from an hour and a half to 2 hours on the normal sort of thing. You know, you're not forced to, if you don't want to share your art project, you know, there's a whole thing that's in the competition, no comparison. You might be working through something very real and personal that maybe you're not ready to share openly. All of that is okay. You know, it's God's knows where each of us are, and we're here to support one another through that. And you know, grace, no condemnation, no competition. And we just want to rally around each other and lift each other up, and hopefully get some momentum going.
Mhm. I have a question. Just throwing out feelers. So for the very last slide, Robin, you have established your daily rhythm. That is, like, daily routines is one of my challenges. I mean, I have some, but they're loose. Like, I try time blocking, and that's really hard for me because um, a good case in point, I might like block out time for things. So the night before, I might block out my schedule for the next day. Well, then I sleep terrible, am up for 2 hours with insomnia, and then the next day I have to sleep in longer. So then that
Block of
bites
time.
into that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's one of my anxiety things, the time thing. Do you see? And not that I have insomnia every night or anything like that, but it just seems that's something, well, that's that underlying time thing. So what do you guys have any ideas of how you're going to do this with your schedule? Because it's kind of a new thing.
Well,
I have a lot of,
that terminology that came straight out of Matt's guidance, right?
yeah.
So, and
Because he knows.
it is kind of an idealist sort of perspective to say that we're going to have that much control, right, over
Yeah.
all of our days and things. So I think number one is you have to let grace reign supreme.
Mhm.
I also think if it is that, so you have your grace for, oh, I wanted to do this every morning and I'm exhausted, or Mike's now got to go to the doc, whatever, right? Life's going to happen. But we do have some flex in our schedules somewhere.
Mhm.
Even if it's take one day, I have a free day, I'm just going to go do it. I'm going to get in there and really think about it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think it's really leaning hard on God to say,
Yeah.
God, help me find those chunks of time in whatever form, whether it's every day, regular time, whether it's every day, sometime, whether it's 3 of 5, whatever. You know, he knows you, he knows your strengths and weaknesses, he knows your rhythm. And I think daily is a nice ideal to, you know, shoot for, but it's not worth
Mhm.
losing sleep over.
I just wrote down set the timer because sometimes setting it for 20 minutes, I feel like, okay, I can do 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I do, Nancy, but also like I feel you on the insomnia because like I've been dealing with that randomly. And it was ticking me off and because I love a daily routine. I thrive in a daily routine. And then it's like, and then I have a dentist appointment, then I have this, then I have that. And then I injure my shoulder and I have PT twice a week. Um, so I also understand giving the grace, but like the 20 minutes, like, because sometimes I'll get into a perfectionist mode and the 20 minutes helps with that. But then also, when I have insomnia, because yes, I want to sleep in too. I go ahead and get up and I do my quiet time, my journaling, my like I'm like, all right, I'm awake anyway. Let's, let's I don't want to do anything super constructive, when I'm up at 3 a.m. or
Right.
4 a.m., so like to sit with God and then maybe the enemy will stop waking me up in the middle of the night.
That's a good point.
That's my
Well,
battle cry.
and it's also, you don't have to get everything done. You don't have
Yeah.
to do all the questions and all the readings in the Bible and all of the art creativity all at the same time either.
Yeah. See, that's that perfectionist thing
Yeah.
for
No,
me
there's
anyway.
no one
That's how it
way.
shows up, all
Yeah,
or
Yes.
there's
none.
no one way to do this. And so maybe
Okay.
your 20 minutes is just the journaling that
Yeah.
sets you up for a more focused time. Or maybe one of the times is, just the reflection on the scriptures. But it's progress, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
progress. And I don't think there's one way to make that progress. So,
Yeah. It's those small beginnings. Do not
Yeah.
despise them.
yep, one of my life verses.
Yeah. Well, thanks for those tips. That's really good.
Yeah. 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 So I'm going to try and be a good facilitator. And after we have these sessions, is maybe some pearls, summarize some pearls for us, get the recording link together. And the next week's session is just kind of to remind you, okay, this is what we're focusing on next time.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, questions, or suggestions before we close?
I just thought of another hope. Let go of perfectionism.
Yes, ma'am.
I have by my easel. So Christine, by my easel, I've got like a little, you can buy those saint cards. So I have one of Jesus, and then I also have one of Jesus and Mary. Um, and then I have a lot of scripture quotes. And I just lost my thought. Oh, like I am co-creating with God. So the one on perfectionism, God doesn't want God just wants me, let's see, something like God doesn't want my perfectionism. He just wants me or something like that. God doesn't
Yeah.
want perfect. I have lots of little sticky notes right there that I can see them.
Nice. Yeah, I have a mess over there.
But Jesus is right there by
Yeah,
my
yeah, well.
water and brushes. I can't help but see him. And on the left side, because I'm left-handed. So he's like when
I love it.
he's right there.
Yep. Yeah. I have sticky notes everywhere. I just have to remember to stop and look at them. We kind of get normalized and we don't even look at all of these little prompts we have. So,
Right. Yeah.
all right. Well, if it sounds like we're ready to go, Nancy, you need to head out, I know.
Yeah.
And everyone has the slide deck, so you have, the facts if you need to go back and look. Sometimes people like to have things in their hands, so that's why I thought I would do that.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I'd like to close us in prayer if that's okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, Almighty Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to come together seeking what you have prepared for each one of us, Lord, at this point in our individual journeys with you. Thank you for igniting us to make this investment of time and energy in ourselves and our art and our relationship with you, Lord. Thank you for using each of us to support and encourage one another as we navigate all the pearls and gifts and treasures that you have hidden in all of this material for us to discover the perfect ones at this time for the perfect purpose, which is yours, Lord. Thank you for the growth, equipping, and anticipation of all you have for each of us as we embark on this journey with you and each other. And thank you for the wisdom, discernment, and strength to resist any and all resistance the enemy attempts to bring against us, Lord, as we seek your face and we seek your calling as artists in your kingdom. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Thank you.
Amen.
Great job, Robin. You were made for this.
Well, maybe all the being a gubby for all those years had a purpose. So we'll see.
Yeah, nothing is ever wasted.
No, it's not in his economy. Not at all.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So go read chapter 1 and nibble away.
20 minutes at a time.
Yep. And we're not working on masterpieces. We're just trying to work on how to visualize.
Yeah.
You know, things. I think I get stuck in that. It's like, oh, I want it to look and be composed beautifully. Yeah. We're trying to visualize the concepts, and that's trying to wake us up too. So
Yeah.
Yep. Amen.
keep the pressure light. All right. We'll see everybody next Wednesday.
Sounds good.
All
Take
right.
care. Have a great
Bye. There.
Do you want me to stay on while you record all the info for Melissa and Roxy?
I can.
Just to give you a live audience?
Hang on. We're still recording.
Yep.
All right. Good. I'm just checking. All right. Let's see. Let's do a quick share. I'm just going to let the slides help. Look at me, I'm sharing effectively. You guys don't understand. This is a good test for me and my Zoom skills. So, all right. So this PDF is in everybody's inbox. This was pretty straightforward. Today was the kickoff to set our tone. This purpose statement is pulled. I paraphrased it for slide use because it just got lengthy, but total credit, this is coming straight out of Matt's small group leaders guide for the course. Our focus is really addressing core issues, and as we did in our intros, we all have them. I think that's humbling but important to recognize, and the key that we need to be equipped to daily confirm our identity in Christ as our foundation, to recognize and overcome those roadblocks, to internalize those biblical principles, and to uncover what God has us here for in our unique artist purpose. So, and it's pretty typical that we struggle with our poverty mindsets or scarcity mindsets, whether that's money or time or whatever resource. And so learning kingdom principles of how God provides for us there is going to be key. And then developing sustainable rhythms. And the conversation we just had at the end of our sharing time was the fact that one size isn't going to fit all. We're not all going to do this material the same way. And my rhythm might look different from Christine's rhythm, which will look different from Roxy's and Nancy's and from Melissa's. So bottom line, lasting transformation, and hopefully being focused and condensed, and we are being accountable to one another, is really going to help us to create those new habits and make that transformation, kind of our next round on the cycle of growth, so that we're just on that much stronger of a foundation moving forward. We went through our introductions. So we're going to need Melissa. We're going to save 5 minutes for you to do this next time. The logistics, this is pulled out of Matt's materials based on his experience with this. Totally missing more than 2 sessions can impact the journey. I'm hoping to have mitigated that risk by you all allowing me to record our sessions, so that people, even if they can't be there physically, can still keep up with the discussion and the insights and where we're at. The homework, we had a conversation at the end there of how important that it really is a commitment this time in ourselves, in our relationship with God, in our artwork and our creative purpose, We don't have to do it all at one chunk. We don't have to do it in a certain, daily rhythm, but to do the reading, to do the reflections, and to actually, pointing a finger at myself, do the art projects are going to be key to getting the most out of the material. Our sessions will be 1.5 to 2 hours long. That's what the Zoom has been set up for. I'll be doing the group emails, group texts. If I don't have your cell phone numbers, I will reach out to you to get them. At a minimum, we're going to have weekly coordination emails. We can have more as we see fit. So about transformation, not performance. We're here to be transformed and encounter God. Woo! Sorry, I started reading. Basic supplies, pretty straightforward.
This scares me.
Why?
Magazines for collage, glues, sticks, scissors.
Well, so you can improvise even that. I mean, you could pull up old sketches and old paintings instead of magazines. It's just don't let it scare you. This is the kind of, some folks like to have a supply list. So I pulled the supply list that he recommended. One thought I had was actually doing this in one of my mixed media sketchbooks versus on, so I can actually record some other notes and musings alongside them versus separate something hangable. But I think that's all just going to be our personal preference and taste as to what form these projects take. And he says it repeatedly through the material, no rules. So this is suggested, just that you have that variety of supplies so that you can be creative, get the spark started. That's funny, it scared you. You crack me up.
I'm a classically trained oil painter.
Yeah, we're working on you. That's why I paired you
we
with the
are.
crazy mixed media artist, right? So, anyways, this is pulled straight out of the material, but Matt, stressed that it's really important because sometimes you don't know everyone. We're fortunate. We really kind of knew who was coming together, but these are all really good reminders. Confidentiality. What we share here stays here because it's personal, it's raw. I think we all have done that before and know the importance of feeling safe to bring up what be real and share openly. To respect each other, the fact that we're not all in the same place or approach things the same way. That means that we have to not try and impose our way of thinking or viewing things. We have to, be very much accepting and honoring of each person's individual place where they're at, challenges that they're happening, and struggles and victories. So we need to respect one another. Participation. This one is interesting because it wasn't so much of you shall participate. It's more of staying with it at your comfort level. If you're super shy and you don't want to share your art piece, you don't have to. Right? Or if you don't want to bear, your every aspect of an issue in the group, but would like to talk one-on-one with one of the other group members, fine. But we don't want you to force it or feel like you're having to perform for the group. We want it to be a very natural participation on your part. Presence, in other words, not the cell phones, when we come together, we actually focus and are present because I've learned this is hard even in my morning time, for instance, with the Lord, is to actually stay present, right? And not let the mind wander. But he has such grace for us that when it happens, he says, no, just come back. And it's like, okay, so I have to practice presence myself is my point. I get why Matt included this, to be present with the group. Grace being extending patience and kindness, again, because we're all coming from different places. I like the statement he put with trust, that we believe the best about each other's intentions and journey. We may not get it.
Yeah.
But we need to believe the best about it and support folks. So, I mean, and we all fall into this, right? It's like, oh, they're doing that because they're just, they want all the attention, da, 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 da. No, that's probably not the best mindset to have about that. It's like, that this person has a need to really share whatever, but we need to really trust and believe the best about each other. And finally, be real, be authentic to get the most out of what we're doing. The proposed scheduling, selfishly, as the facilitator, I took this week off because I'll be on a ship with my mom in the Columbia River, being a baggage carrier. It's going to be so fun. But looking at it on a table like this is kind of cool because it's like, got a couple weeks, got a break, time to catch up. That's great. Couple weeks, got a break for Thanksgiving, also time to catch up. Got another 3 weeks, couple weeks off for Christmas, New Year's. And then the final 3 weeks with, as we discussed in the open time, that I say overflow if needed. I think I should update that to say party, kind of a mutual celebration of coming through the journey together.
Yeah.
So I like that idea.
I
And
do too.
yeah, and then this one was simply, I'm probably going to do this each week for next week's session. Kind of anything just as pearls, tidbits, the preview of what we're going to be covering, just kind of get your brain going that direction. It's just kind of the get off the stage slide. So that was that. Christine, can you think of anything else from all that I need to?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be good.
Yay! Very cool.
I think it's gonna be good.
All right. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Ready, set. So I do have a question. Do we need to have read first week and all the things for next week?
Next week. That's what was so nice about the kickoff, right? This was just kind of get to know each other, figure it all out. Our assignment is now to go through chapter 1, do the readings, do the reflection, and do the art project to the best of our ability. Even if we don't get it all done, if we can get some of it done so that we can be an active participant in the focus of next week, which is chapter 1.
Okay. So we start.
Yep. Then you get a break. So we already get to catch up. But kind of like, let's go, and it's all right, let's get this figured out. But yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
that
get
works.
there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of nice because there's I personally like to what's working, what's not working when I'm trying to establish a new routine.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get a trial week and then we get a break.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this didn't work, that did.
Great point. That's a great point. I'm glad we captured that on video for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes I find that it's just me not prioritizing the thing.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be the challenge for all of us is to actually make this a priority.
Yeah.
So. All right, friend.
All right. Good job.
Thank you.
Proud of you stepping out of your comfort zone.
Totally. All right, ladies, we'll see you next week.